Hello and welcome to the week six predictions with Cam and Connor. Cam, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty solid. How about yourself?
Good, good. All right, let's get into these predictions real quick. Hang on. All right, so week six, we got game one is Ball Busters who are 5-7-3 taking on the Cricket Rooks who are 10-3-2. What do you think about this, Cam?
Uh, I kind of hate to say it, but we just have not beaten good teams. I don't know what's going on this year. Last year I felt like we were really good. We just haven't beaten a good team this year. With that being said, I gotta be I gotta be honest, can't be biased here. I'm gonna go 7-2 Crooked Rooks.
I like that. I'm going to take Cricket Rooks as well. I mean, they've been good. They're the second place team right now, only trailing behind the Turtles by 4 wins. I'm gonna take them 5-2. Well, are you gonna have all your people next week?
I who I hope. I don't know.
In that case, with the unknown, I'll stick with my original answer. Take Crooked Rooks 5-2. Next up, we got Whiffin' Ain't Easy versus Flying Turtles. What do you think about this one?
Um, 28-0 Flying Turtles. I think that's my take. Nah, we'll go 15-0 Flying Turtles.
All right, I'm gonna stick with a similar one. I'm gonna go 12-0 Flying Turtles. I think Whiffin' Ain't Easy hasn't beat us. I mean, they're getting better, but there's always a chance that it'll upset. But I mean, statistically speaking, is not very high. But I like us in this one. All right, so next up we have Wiffle City Vibes, who are 8-5-2 versus Who's Your Daddy, who are 4-11. What do you think?
I'm gonna go Wiffle City. I'm gonna go 7-1. I think that's they might if they throw Noah, it might be 7-0. Noah has like some nasty stuff. I guess so does Jesse and Cade, but I'm gonna go 7-1 still.
All right, I'm gonna go 10-0 Wiffle City Vibes. I think they're just the better team. They can hit better. I mean, we saw with the recap that Who's Your Daddy? Taylor Ragland's the only one doing the production on the hitting side, it seems like. So that's what I got. All right. Last game we have of the first games is Cosby Show, who are 8-6-1 versus Blue Ballers, who are 9-5-1. Who do you got in this one?
I definitely think this is the best game of the week, without a doubt. You got a team who relies on their pitching a lot. I'd say the Blue Ballers are a better pitching team. But I'd say the Cosby Show is the exact opposite of that. I think they rely more on their hitting, I'd say. Soup's been good this year for sure. I think he's like seventh in ERA. So he's been solid for sure, but definitely kind of polar opposites to each other. So it's really just who does the other one better. If Cosby Show can pitch real well, or if the Blue Bloods can hit real well, we'll show who wins. With that being said, I'm gonna go 4-2 Cosby Show.
I like that. I'll go 4-1 Cosby Show. I think Blue Ballers are going to throw an array of pitchers, but I don't think it'll matter. I think Cosby Show is going to out hit them. So that will bring us to our next matchup. It would be Crooked Works versus who would it be?
The Flying Turtles.
Versus Turtles rematch. Who do you got on that one?
The rematch. I'm gonna say same outcome, different result. I don't think it'll be 9-3. I think that was probably not Tate's best pitching day. I think he will definitely pitch a lot better. I think they usually go the 2 innings on. From what I could tell this year, they usually split every single game. I'm gonna go 4-2 Flying Turtles.
I like that. I'm gonna go 9-1 Flying Turtles. I think there's just going to be an absolute beatdown on the mound again. They're going to try to throw a race. I think what's going to happen is they're going to try to throw a race again, start it out. But I mean, we've seen race plenty of times, so we know exactly what he throws. So I think we're going to jump on it from the get-go and not let the gas off. So
Blowout seems a little disrespectful. That's the number 2 team in the league, and you think you're gonna go 9-1.
I see it. I see it very clearly happening.
All right. I mean, we'll keep an eye on that game for sure. I don't I yeah, we'll see.
All right, next up we have Wiffle City Vibes versus Cosby Show. Who you got on that one?
Uh, I think I think it's going to be a similar result, but I think the outcome is going to change. I'm gonna go Wiffle City five vibes 5-3 over Cosby.
I like that. I'm gonna go 3-1 Vibes over Cosby. Have the Vibes made it to the championship this year?
I don't believe so, but I feel like they got to at some point.
Yeah, it's been a letdown so far from this team. I mean, they haven't made it to the championship. We've expected high things with the addition of Andrew Shin and Jesse Palomore, but it hasn't seemed to be shown through as much. But I have high hopes for
Well,
them.
yeah. It's just weird because they're winning. I think they're what, third place in the standing, so they're winning games, but are they just not winning like their semifinal games? I guess they're not winning their semifinal game, which is
They're fourth in the
interesting.
standings. Correct.
Okay, they're
It
fourth.
goes Turtles, Rooks, or Turtle Rooks, Blue Ballers. Oh no, they're
Okay,
fifth. They
yeah.
go no wait, they're fourth, sorry. It goes Turtles, Rooks, Blue Ballers, Vibes, then Cosby.
Okay. Well, I think we'll see one of those teams making the championship this week. I do think it'll be the Vibes though.
All right, so then that would leave us Flying Turtles versus Wiffle City Vibes. Who you got on that?
Ooh, I think it's gonna be a good game. I think we're gonna see something different this week. Give me 3-1 Wiffle City Vibes.
Ooh, hot take, hot take.
I know, I got it, bro. That's what I'm here for, man. I
I'm
got
gonna
it.
take I'm gonna take the Turtles 5-2. I think the winning's just gonna keep on going. And as the people do say, Mr. President, it is too much winning.
No, I think we see something new. I think it's got to happen at some point. There's just no way. Y'all are gonna have a real loss at some point. It's got to happen. There's no way y'all have one total base loss in the year and that's it. Y'all got to have a. It wasn't the only loss like a home run derby. Like it wasn't even like a real total bases loss.
Correct.
Yeah. So you'll technically have a tie, but regardless, no, y'all are gonna get a loss at some point this year. I'm gonna keep predicting it happens until it happens. No, that's what I'm here for.
A man can only hope. So
We hope every single day.
that will bring us to so we have our championship right there. So let's go back to everybody's favorite segment. Underrated, overrated, or properly rated. Number one, we have Ben Lee.
Really underrated. Not even close. I don't think people talk about him enough. He's not qualified, but he's hitting 522. I think he might be one of the most underrated players in the league. He literally just like the only problem is he just doesn't have enough games played. So Bentley, start showing up to some games and you could win a Silver Slugger.
I agree. Start being a team player, Ben, showing up.
Whoa, you can't talk. Whoa. You can't talk about Ben like that. Y'all the same amount of plate appearances.
How am I qualified and he's not?
You're not qualified.
I thought I was.
No, you're a qualified pitcher. You haven't qualified. You're not a qualified hitter.
Let me see.
Gosh, you don't even know your own team. What are we
I guess
doing?
not. No, maybe they need to lower the qualifications. But next up, we have Race Racky.
Race Radke. Um, I give Race a good properly rated. I think the problem with Race this year was we thought Tate was going to be it. Not a problem with Race, sorry. We thought the whole thing with Tate, he was going to be out the entire year. So we thought Race was going to have to kind of step up into that number one role. With Tate being back, he really hasn't, but he's kind of been like their 1B, I'd say. But honestly, I think he's filled the role completely well. He's like their second best hitter and their second best pitcher. I think he kind of knows that. Everyone kind of knows that. But I think he's great at what he does for sure.
I agree. I think Race is properly rated right where he's at. All right, so then that would bring us to our last player. Let's go with Mr. Taylor Ragland.
Taylor Ragland. Honestly, I want to say underrated, like really bad, because I think let me check his stats before I completely make the claim.
Here, I will read
Um,
him off for you. He's hitting 400, has an OPS over 1,000. All right, risk over 400, I believe. So he's just hitting pretty good.
yeah, then I think I'm gonna go underrated. I think he kind of got thrown into that pitching role without really being a pitcher, which is not really his fault. I think if they actually had a pitcher on their team, he'd get a lot more credit. But I think the fact that they don't, and he kind of had to step into that role, that ERA doesn't look as good. But I still want to go. I'm still gonna go underrated because he's definitely their best bat. And I think he's one of the better bats in the league, to be honest.
I would agree. I think he's a little underrated. I mean, he is carrying Who's Your Daddy essentially. So that will conclude our week 6 predictions. Have anything else to add, Cam?
No, I'm just excited for another week.
All right. Well, we will see you guys out there Wednesday night. Take care.